Hi, I'm Prue, a nurse educator here at APNA. APNA is the peak body and professional membership association for all nurses working outside of a hospital setting in Australia. Primary healthcare is the first level of contact individuals, families and communities have with the healthcare system. School nurses play a critical role in maintaining the physical and mental health of children and adolescents. Their work in preventative health education can have a positive impact on the long-term health of students. School nurses are an essential part of the health system and are often the first point of contact for students who require medical attention, and they provide essential support to the students' families and school staff. After a lengthy amalgamation process, School Nurses Australia officially joined with APNA in late August 2022. APNA recognises the immense value of school nurses, and I wanted to take a few minutes to step you through our resources and show you what we've put in place for you in just a few short months. But first, I'd like to introduce you to Ken Griffin, the APNA CEO.
Hi, I'm Ken Griffin, CEO of APNA. 47% of school nurses told us in the latest workforce survey that you're rarely or never used to your full scope of practice. This has to change. And that's exactly what we've been talking to politicians and policymakers about right around Australia. Already in 2023, APNA President Karen Booth and I have been speaking at everything from the Strengthening Medicare Task Force right through to the Regional Workforce Conference and to the New South Wales Government ahead of the state election in order to make sure that your stories are told and the impact you can have on all the people you deal with, both students and staff, is recognised. We've also made sure that you're going to be included in the 10-year nursing strategy that's being developed by the Department of Health and the Chief Nursing and Midwifery Officer, Alison McMillan. Your work is too important not to be heard, and we've also been getting more of you in front of politicians and MPs in order to make sure that the story of school nursing can be told really well. If you want to get involved, we'd love to have you on board to help with that because your stories are so important. I look forward to seeing more of you as we're around the country and particularly at the Festival of Nursing, and we look forward to working together with you to make sure school nursing is seen as vital to the health of Australia.
School nurses who are APNA members receive up-to-date education and resources, the latest industry news and guidelines, expert advice and support, and career tools and professional benefits. How do you find these resources? Let's take a look. You can receive one-on-one support from experienced nurses with school nursing knowledge on APNA's Nurse Support Line. We are working on tailoring our suite of resources to meet the needs of school nurses. If you have a question about a clinical issue, regulation or guideline, we're only a phone call away. Or you can email us at nursesupport@apna.asn.au. We facilitate educational events, workshops and webinars throughout the year. You can learn, connect and re-energise alongside other school nurses at the annual APNA conference, with a variety of education sessions being planned for school nurses.
The roadshow has been spectacular. I've loved it. I initially was quite sceptical, thinking that there wouldn't be enough education that was, aimed specifically for school nursing, but I was so wrong. They've covered stuff from anaphylaxis to wound management, multiple issues. I've come away with lots of resources and lots of contacts that are happy for me to make connection with them anytime I want. Well, I was really disappointed that there wasn't a lot of school nurses because there is so much here for them to get out of it, and you get out of what you take away. You can put it into your everyday today. Like your wound management one, for example, you get girls or students at your school fall over, they have injuries, and if they're nasty grazes, they take a long time to heal. So you've got Smith and Nephew here with all their stuff. The anaphylaxis information, I know every year we do training on that. I'd never actually got my hands on an pen, so that was quite interesting. Yeah, the chronic disease was fantastic, and they have little analogies for different things, and remembering them and putting them into place, they're all stuff that you can take back to school as well. There was a lot of topics that are completely relevant.
Keep an eye out for our NurseTalk events, an opportunity to top up your CPD and network in your local area. We know this is important to you, and we're making sure the educational content is relevant to school nurses. You'll also find lots more in the APNA events calendar in the Education tab on the website. Have you listened to Nursing Australia? It's the most popular nursing podcast in the country. It's a news and education podcast for Australian nurses, presented by APNA. Keep up to date with the latest news you need to know, listen to powerful interviews, learn with education segments, and hear stories from nurses on the front line of Australian health. You can listen to the podcast via your favourite podcast app. Here's a little example for you.
Back to the classroom and meet up with Lisa Chalmers, a school nursing extraordinaire from Sydney, to discuss the role of a school nurse in Australia today. What's their scope? What are the opportunities? And what are the challenges in this space? I kick things off by trying to get an idea of what an average day looks like. What's it like to be a school nurse?
Our weekly e-newsletter arrives in your inbox on Mondays, keeping you up to date on clinical guidelines, news and events, and education opportunities. We aim to provide a balance of resources for nurses working across all primary healthcare settings. We know that access to fully flexible online learning content is essential to nurses. We also know that school nurses work across an incredibly diverse range of settings throughout the country. Not only do you support students, but you often provide support to your entire school community. You'll find a broad range of online modules in our online learning store, including at least 30 that are relevant to school nurses. The Education tab is also where you'll find our Nurse Know-How video series, APNA Indoor CPD, and your APNA CPD portal. And finally, we are here to help you protect your livelihood and your career. APNA has negotiated cost-effective professional indemnity insurance for its members, covering school nurses for anything within their scope of practice. Thanks for joining me. If you have any questions for us, please reach out to the APNA team.